What's up, guys? It's your boy Danny Valencia, aka Bearded Banker, back with another video, NMLS number 957014, and today we're going to talk about credit scores. Now, I always get people after completing an application with me that don't understand the credit score that we pulled and why it's so different to what their Credit Karma app shows them or their bank statement shows them. So there's a couple things to understand when it comes to credit. Number one is all credit is not scored equally. Now what I mean is we all use the same three major credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. And we all have the same information. Those bureaus are basically big data centers that just house the information for us, any particular person, on what they do with their credit. And they have all the info, and depending on who pulls it and who checks it, the score will vary. So what I have to explain to clients all the time is that the scores they see either on their apps, their statements, or even if another lender for a different type of loan or a different type of credit pulled it, it's going to be different. So although we're all using the same data, we're scoring it differently. For example, if you go get a credit card application, fill it out and have them pull your score, they're going to look at your past credit card history with more weight than anything else. Same thing if you go to get a car, they're going to look at your past car history with more weight than anything else. Same thing with the mortgage. Now, the difference is that obviously a mortgage is typically the biggest debt that any one person will take out on their credit. So because of that, mortgage scores are more conservative. So for example, if you go somewhere to get a credit card and you apply online and they give you your score, if they do, chances are it's going to be higher than the scores you get when you go get a car loan. You know, you can be in the dealership, have them run your credit, give you a score. Usually they only use one bureau, and it's higher than what I would pull as a mortgage company. So us as mortgage lenders, we use all three bureaus. We only pull it one time, use all three bureaus, and we use the middle score as your qualifying score between the three. However, mortgage scores are typically the most conservative because the debt you're looking to take out is so big. So if you have a 750, 760 with your credit card statement, and when you go to get a credit card and then you go get a car and it's still like 720, 740, and then I pull it and we're using all three scores and they all score it a little bit differently depending on what information they're reporting, it might be a 690 or 700 or even lower, depending on what's on there. So you have to understand that credit scores are all not created equally. It depends on what you're applying for. It depends on your particular file and what you have on there. Now, chances are it should all be in the same tier, right? If your score is excellent on all the apps, all the bank statements, all the credit card statements that you get, then it's probably going to be excellent when we pull it. But if you have scores that range and vary, and it's different from maybe your credit card statement compared to an app you have on your phone, and it's not in the same ballpark, then when I pull it, it's most definitely going to be different as well. So the goal is to get your scores all as high as possible and kind of check them through all the different apps and sources without incurring an inquiry, right? Free sources where you can keep an eye on your credit. Now, the one app that I like to use is called MyFico. There is a fee for it every month, but it's worth it, I feel, because it gives you all three credit bureaus and it actually spells out the scores depending on what you're applying for. So it'll say credit cards, auto loan, mortgage, and it'll give you an idea of what your scores are for each one, and then you can see kind of what you would expect when a certain lender pulls your credit. So definitely check them out. I don't get anything for mentioning them, but in my experience, it has been the best source for me to keep track of my own credit, because even me, when I go pull it for a car or a mortgage, it's different than what I see on my end. So you definitely want to have an idea of what ballpark you're in, and just know that the scores are going to vary every time. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out, like, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Take care.